This video is designed to help you learn your first 5 notes.
Notes are written on 5 horizontal lines called a staff.
Basically, there are 2 parts to a note: the note head and the note stem. Some notes can be open with a stem. Some notes can be open without a stem. The main thing to focus on is the position of the note head. Stems can be positioned down or facing up. Notes are either placed on a line or in between 2 lines, called a space. They go up sequentially, alternating line and space as they move higher. Notes are named with letters of the alphabet, starting with A, then B, C, D, E, F, and finally G. As the notes go higher, the note letter names repeat themselves. Here are the first 5 notes for the alto saxophone and the fingerings. When you're just starting to learn these notes, you want to start with G, A, and B. The basic concept for understanding the alto saxophone fingerings are, as the notes go higher, you lift your fingers off the keys. If you look at these first 3 notes, you'll notice they go from low to high. You'll also notice that the fingerings go from low to high. 3 fingers down to 2 fingers down to 1 finger down. Again, as the notes go higher, the fingers lift from the bottom of the keys. Next, you want to test yourself so that you see if you know these fingerings within a second of looking at the note. Can you tell when they're not shown in order? That's another test. Now let's look at the note D. D has all fingers down on the front of the keys and the thumb is pressed on the back. The thumb is represented here by a T. Some of you might be looking at flashcards that have actually the picture of the key that you press on the back. But in this case, it's marked with the letter T. D begins a whole new series of notes where you lift a finger to make each note. Now, we aren't learning these upper notes, but it's good to understand that D is the first note in this series. Now let's take a look at G, A, and B, and D together. Remember the fingering tip for G, A, and B. The bottom finger is raised as the notes go higher. And with D, it's the same thing, only you only have to know the lowest note of that series. All fingers down with the thumb added. After you've thoroughly memorized these 4 notes, try C. C is the note that's the second space from the top of the staff, and the fingering is 1 finger. It's the middle finger on the top left hand. C is a different fingering than all the other 4. It doesn't follow the same rule of lifting up the fingers, so think of it that way. Think of it as the weird note out of the 5. It'll help you remember if you can separate it from the other 4. You should study these notes thoroughly so that you can instantly show the fingering when shown just the note. Remember, notes won't necessarily be shown in order. It might look like this. Are you able to recall the note fingerings when just shown the notes in any order? Study hard so you can do this.